What's brotherhood? Treat everyone as though he was your brother. And is there anyone in this United States that we do not treat as our brothers?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
The black people. Who else?
Indians?
Absolutely, the Indians. Many places in the United States. How are black people treated? How are Indians treated? How are people who are of a different color than we are treated?
They don't get anything in this world.
A Philippine podcast show dedicated to help you thrive for greatness.
This guy is phenomenally passionate about what he does.
How freaking amazing Jameer is. So skilled and so qualified, and I highly recommend him.
Without a doubt, the best funnel builder I've ever come across.
Yeah, really into the detail, and cannot recommend him highly enough.
Not only was efficient and fast, but he understood the project.
The person who built our entire funnel from beginning to end and has been with us since day one is Jameer.
Nothing But Up, the podcast. With your host, Jameer Angelo.
I'm always flexing.
Great weekend, everyone. Great day. Great times. Welcome to the podcast. This is episode number 3, and I'm coming to you live here from my home office in South Cotabato. We will surely be having a great show today, guys. And first, I just want to give my shout outs to everyone that has supported me and my show. And I also like to thank our major sponsor, Kohl's Cansi. To Mr. Dave Maestra Campo and Madame Lou, thank you so much. So if you haven't ordered a bowl of their delicious Cansi, it's never too late, guys. So visit their page on Facebook and just go ahead and message them. So let's dive right into today's topic. So I'm going to be bringing out our guest later on the show. So this dude will also bring out one of the best stories about success and perhaps one of the most interesting guests I'm going to be bringing in to our show. You see, I barely know someone or somebody on this planet alone that has the exact taste that I do. Seriously, whether it could be the cap game, shoe game, shirts, the food I eat, the drinks I do drink, or even perhaps with a taste with women. And we're going to be talking about that later on our show. So, but on a serious note, let's talk about brotherhood. Let's talk about racism and how you can overcome it. You see, growing up, I am the guy that you can say, tambay sa skina. Tambay rin na siya, nara skina na. But I think not figuratively, but yeah, I think I was. I am blessed to have experienced that, because if I didn't, it wouldn't have brought out the best in me, I suppose. It really molded me to become aware as to what is really happening in the real world. The life of having to live day by day and only to think about petty problems day by day too. Awesome thing about having to experience this is that it was because I had brothers. I formed a band of brothers, a solid brotherhood. Even up until now, we call each other bros. From my hometown in Cebu, in Sibonga, growing up, I had tons of bros there. Shout out to everyone. I couldn't name y'all as much as I wanted to. My bros in private, San Jose private. Shout out to everyone there in Guadalupe, Labangon, Manalili. They somehow left some huge impact in my life. And because of this experience, I carried it in life. My knowledge about how you treat people fairly, the unwritten rule about trust, learning the skill of becoming a leader, and most of all, understanding the concept of equality. So when I was doing freelance jobs, I had this interesting experience that I want to share with you today. I was part of a full-blown marketing campaign where I peer-headed it. I was mainly in charge with the marketing plan, the funnel strategy, the back-end automation, and the implementation of the sales funnel roadmap I designed. And out of 14 people in that team, I was the only Filipino. So I have 3 other funnel guys I'm working with, and all of them from India. The rest are Americans, and I think we had about 4 people from the UK too. So it was a huge group of people, great minds coming in together that brought over $2 million running this campaign up to date. But you see, racism was never an issue with this group. We respected each other. We trusted each other, trusted each other's skill sets. That somehow was a huge factor in the campaign's success. But as always, not everyone is blessed enough to experience this, right? Some people who, let's say, Filipinos who migrated to the States are experiencing racism, and it's fucking all over, right? I even know someone from Australia who is also suffering from this. This problem is huge and has to be acknowledged. So if you're someone like me who watches the NBA, right? You see how players are honoring the black community? Black Lives Matter. You can clearly see the amount of support the NBA is showing for the black community. So if you are someone right now who is having this problem, right, you have to stand up. Never let anyone degrade you. Stand up and be proud. No one has the right to judge you, your color, your race. Doesn't matter. Your race does not impact anything. I mean, what matters most is how you overcome the situation. We'll live in a brand new era, an era where this should never be tolerated, right? So hang in there. You will get through it. Okay? So I guess we're halfway through our show. Next up, let's get a brother on board, right? I'm blown by his story, guys, and y'all need to hear this shit out. As far as I'm seeing him, just looking back to the days we were working together, compared today, he's definitely come a long way. So he's someone I'd call my long-lost brother. So, guys, please stay tuned. Let's hear some words from our sponsor. Peace!
As they say, food takes people to places. So during these crazy times, one can take his taste buds on a trip to Western Visayas by trying out one of its specialties. If you've ever been to Negros Occidental, you may have already tried its famous comfort food, Cansi. It's a dish made with slow-cooked beef shanks in deep sour broth soup. Bacolod City is particularly famous for Cansi. It's an iconic Ilonggo dish that is now available in Cebu. Good news for Cebuanos. You can now indulge with a bowl or 2 of Cansi in Cebu. Introducing Cole's Cansi, located in the heart of Cebu, to serve you daily. To order, visit and message them on Facebook. Satisfy your craving and relieve that stress away. Cole's Cansi, an iconic Ilonggo dish that is now available in Cebu.
I'm always flexing.
Hey guys, so we are back. Welcome back to the show. Nothing But Up, the podcast. This is episode number 3. Yup, exciting times, isn't it? So, let's not hold this off any longer. Today's guest is someone, as I've mentioned, I consider myself as my long-lost brother. I had the opportunity to work with him before, same account, way back in the days. This is another pretty inspiring story. So I need you to closely tune in and never leave this podcast show yet, because this one's going to be a game changer for all of you guys. So this guy also came from the worst situation you can possibly imagine. He also started as a dining crew attendant for a fast food company in Cebu City. And 2005, he then also ventured to several BPO companies. And that is where I met him. It also came to a point where he literally had only 10 pesos in his pocket, walking from his house to his office, wearing only slippers to go to work because he just couldn't afford one at the time. He passed by a church one time going to work, then his slippers broke. This was when he promised that he'll do everything to change his life from that point on. From that, he now has his own house, owns a few cars, and dude, this guy has a huge, massive amount of shoe collection, lots of sports memorabilia out there. He also owns one and is also a solopreneur, established a business along with his wife, Ms. Jambi. And he is now living the life of his dreams with his loving family. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a warm welcome, Mr. Mark Malazarte. Welcome to the show, bro.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Sweet, man. I know that you're in a very tight schedule, and just being on board is such a great opportunity and honor for us here, man. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome, and thank you also for having me here.
Bro, I mean, just to tell you a little backstory, okay? I know that you pretty remember this pretty well.
Yes.
There was this one time when both you and I, we were all fucking broke working for a BPO company in TGU, right? Almost, yeah. I think every day we always seem to wear the same type of outfit. Remember that?
Yeah. Cap, jackets, jeans.
Exactly. Wearing our hoodies on, snapback, sleepers,
Exactly.
And people were noticing that we dress up the same, right?
Yeah. We do have the same taste.
Exactly. But I think, I mean, the most funny thing about it, perhaps, was there was this one time when we agreed to grab a couple of beers after a shift, went to a resto bar, right? Somewhere near Qualphone, that building over there, 90 Park.
Yeah. True.
We drank all our asses together when we both took off our hoodies. We didn't realize that we were wearing the same shirt. Exact shirt, Skills and Bones, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Same
we didn't know when we started.
Color and everything, man. So that was one hell of a funny story with you. Yeah. So people were staring at us. I remember, we had the same shirt, same snapback cap, as if we were about to go on stage, perform together.
Dance. Yeah, but until now, I guess we do have like some of the same stuff, same shoes, same caps, right? I guess the only thing that's not the same with us is our NBA teams.
You figured that out. I know that you're. As far as I recall, you're a big Lakers fan, man.
Yeah, I am. But since one of the how should I call him? But since LeBron is with the Lakers, I really don't like him.
Yeah, so. You ditched everything.
Yeah, for now. Just for now. We have a cool-off relationship right now with the Lakers. But all is good for Kobe.
Nice, man. Kobe's the great. Left so much legacy for the Lakers, man. And I'm a big Boston Celtics fan, so true. I freaking hate the Lakers. So
I was supposed to show you something, but I don't know where I placed it. But it's a Boston jersey for Jason Tatum.
I got it really,
over the weekend. Yeah. I could get it if you want.
Yeah, go, bro. People would appreciate that. Come on.
Give me a few moments here. Let me just turn on the lights.
Sure, bro. Take me where you placed that shit. So how come you're collecting Celtics uniforms now?
Actually, I'm not collecting Celtics uniform. I just admire Jason though.
Yeah, he's such a great player.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Uprising talent, I'd say.
Damn, I don't know where I placed it. I guess it's in the laundry, but I have it.
Probably.
I'll show it to you. Yeah, I'll send you a picture of it.
Right. Awesome, man. Awesome, man. Well, anyway, I think that's going back to the story I told you, man. I think that's one of the most crazy memories I had with you, man. And even today, I think we still have the same taste with shirts, caps, you know, and the type of shoes that we collect. So, brother, I mean, going back to where you started, and this is really what this podcast show is all about, man. We want to inspire people, lift them up. I mean, the crazy times that we're in. So, as what I mentioned, going back to where you started, if you can probably share to us what was your first, second, or third job, how you started, and stuff like that.
Actually, I became a father. I guess it's not really too early because I was like 20 when I had my first kid. So, I came off from parents that could provide. But when that time came when I already had a kid, they made me work my ass off to provide. So since I was still an undergrad during that time, call centers wasn't they weren't like that much of like an industry before.
Yeah.
All right. There were only like few people who works in call centers. So I had no choice. I had to first job I actually worked with was a pizza parlor here in Cebu. So I was a dining crew and such. So they didn't like regularize people that much. So
really, how much were you earning during those times, bro?
During those times, that was way back 2001. So I was earning what, like 5,000 pesos. Like that's for the entire month. 5,000 or 6,000 for the entire month.
Shit. Fuck,
so
man.
and that was only good for like 6 months. So after that, after contract ended, I had to search for another job. So the easiest ones are really like the fast foods. So I don't know if if you had tried to work in fast foods before, but I tried working in Jollibee.
I also did,
near
bro.
my place. You did? Yeah.
San Carlos branch.
San Carlos? Yeah. Me, I worked at Fuente branch in Robinsons. So the funny thing was that when I applied, when they look at my resume, they saw that my dad is working for a bank. He has a good position there. So they didn't want to take me. So I insisted that they do because I have like a child feed. So, and they were kind of hesitant to give me a dining position job, considering my father is like, has a position in the bank. So what they did was that they placed me, in a position where I had to like, entertain parties or guests, something like that in Jollibee. Yeah. So after that, after 6 months, I had to look for another job. So that actually happened for 4 different food chains.
Really? Now?
Then came to a point that I just tried out the BPO industry. So that was also funny because when I applied to that company, I guess they're now known as AGs, but before they were called People Support.
Yes.
I really didn't have any idea what I got myself into. But the only thing that they asked me during interviews was how often do I use the computer? So I told them that I actually do like 6 to 8 hours a day. Good thing that they didn't ask me what I was doing because all I did was playing like Counter-Strike or StarCraft. So I got in. They placed me in a technical support account. And the thing is that there were like 20 people in my batch, and I was the only one, I think there were 5 of us that are from Cebu. The others are like from other places, and they came from really good schools. La Salle, Ateneo, those big schools in Manila and in.
So you were stunned upon knowing those info.
Exactly. And these were people who were like relocated to Cebu, so they lived in condos. The company actually like spent for them. So I was really at awe with them. Like, what the hell did I get myself into? And I literally didn't know what to do during training. All I actually knew to do was to speak English. That was it. I didn't know what those terminologies for technical stuff are. But thing here is that I guess the term "fake it till you make it" wasn't like that rampant before, but that's what I actually did. I faked it till I make it.
God damn it, man! That was one heck of an experience for you. So transitioning, was it pretty tough? I mean, transitioning from the first couple jobs you had, working as a dining crew attendant for fast food chains, jumping over to the BPO industry. How was it transitioning, bro? Was it smooth, or did you just pull the trigger right away?
I actually did pull the trigger right away. And for me, it wasn't really that hard because growing up, I was like, my circle before were like the kids that I was like training with. So these are like rich kids, even if I'm not. So it was easy to get along with them. And the thing was just that the salary was really like the jump was big.
Yeah.
So I was overwhelmed towards it. As a matter of fact, if I could remember, the first thing that I ever bought when I got my first salary during that time was a pair of shoes. That's how much I love shoes. So I think I still have it here somewhere. It's a pair of like pony shoes. Like the
I remember that, bro. I used to wear those.
Yeah. I got like a white one. So that was the first ever that I actually bought during my salary. But thing here is that I was already earning big. I was really kind of happy, and I really didn't want to like move back or get back to like going back to like attending to So I just maintained it. I tried my best, but apparently I was still young during that time. I was in my like early 20s.
Yeah.
So. And you had like what you're earning more or less like 12,000 during that days is really kind of big. So I was kind of I was kind of overwhelmed. Like people, call centers or agents actually does have like outings almost every week. So that I went through that life as well. I went through the life of like getting out of the office at 6, drinking till the afternoon. Then sleep for like a few hours and go back to work. That's the exact same shit. People back in the days are doing same like me. But I mean, I think it was maybe somehow such a. I would probably say part of it may have been a very fulfilling situation for you. Earning from about 6,000 pesos. When you were working as a dining crew and then bumping it right up, perhaps doubling what you previously had. So were you, did it ever came to a point, bro, that you got too overwhelmed as to how much money you were having during those times? Actually, yes, I did. When I was still working as a dining crew, 5,000 for sure really wouldn't last a month.
True.
I was thinking way back then if I'll be earning more, I'd be able to save and such. But when I already started working for BPOs, I was earning like double or triple of what I used to earn. But it still came to a point wherein I'd still fall short. I still can't save. Stuff like that. So that was like my struggle. That was like how to really like budget my money, considering I do have a kid and such. So
take care of finances, and stuff like that. Now, talking about struggle, bro, what was the most painful experience you ever faced trying to achieve your goals in life?
Actually, two things. First was way back, I think it was 2010, I guess, or 2009, when I was still with like the mom of my kids. All right, so apparently relationship really didn't work out, but we tried. Yeah, we did try, but it came with a lot of struggles. It came to a point where we have to live in the slum area and have to sleep on the floor. So that was one of the things that really made me think that I should straighten out my life. But I guess the most what really hit me hardest was that thing that you mentioned during the intro, wherein we were living probably about like 3 kilometers away from my office. So
that's still fucking far, man.
Yeah, I just had like 10 pesos in my pocket, so I decided to not spend it, just buy cigarettes perhaps.
Yeah.
So I just walked. And when I actually reached like the part where it's really like the main door of the church, my slippers literally broke. So I picked it up, started to just look around, looking for like a nail probably to actually fix it. But tears really fell down my eye, and that's when I really like told myself that I really promise not to ever experience this again, because I had all the tools, I had all the support. Parents are there, though they're not supportive vocally, but I was still living with them, so they still somehow supported me. I had all the tools, like the education. I do have like the comm skills to actually succeed. It's basically just, I guess it wasn't my time yet. But I do believe that even if your time already comes, if you won't take care of it, if you won't grab the opportunity, then you really wouldn't go anywhere.
True.
So that's when I actually started to be more serious towards work.
Powerful, man.
And exactly. Powerful. And I'm just very thankful that there was a company who basically helped me out to get to where I am right now.
Yeah, and I think really trusted your skill set, trusted who you are as a person, and made the biggest breakthrough you could ever have in your life.
Actually, it's kind of funny because I already work in big companies, so there were a lot of talents. There were a lot of like good agents who had good like education, who went to good schools. But when I worked in this company in here in Cebu in Gordo, they were a startup company. As a matter of fact, when I was interviewed by them, it was like I was kind of shocked because they didn't interview me in the office. They interviewed me in a coffee shop. So I was like,
really?
Is this for real?
That's really weird, right?
Exactly. And instead of signing a contract, we just did a handshake.
And you just literally, how did you find it out, bro? I mean, from the moment you applied, did you apply for a
I did.
Representative position, or what? How did it?
I did for sales. Actually, because I was kind of desperate looking for like another job during that time. I always buy like newspapers on Sundays because that's where the classified ads are kind of thick. So
you're pretty old school, huh?
yeah. So for sure, because my cell phone before was just like a touchpad, so I didn't have like the access to the internet, to MyNemo or Job Street. So I didn't have those. So I had to buy a newspaper and literally look for a company there. And actually, I applied for about like 5 or 6 companies. But they were the first one to call. So, then again, they interviewed me in a coffee shop. We just did a handshake. They asked me to go to the office on a Monday. They trained me. Training was only for like 2 days, and they made me take calls. But there were only like 6 of us. I guess the office before was just as big as this room of mine right now.
Really?
So, yeah, there were just like 6 of us, and we made calls. And somehow... I started out like probably middle of the month. I think it was like the 15th or 16th.
Yeah.
And actually, I just told myself that I guess this is like this is a good thing, mainly because there's just like a few of us, so there is room for I wouldn't be like how do you say it? I won't be overshadowed by like other
tons and tons of talents. Yeah.
Exactly. Or actually. There are like some people who are really good with PR. That's the reason why they're up there or something. But in this case, there were just like a few of us. So I just did my thing. I tried selling, and the funny thing was that during those 2 weeks I was taking in calls, I earned a commission of more or less about like 20,000, and that was just taking in calls for like I only took calls for like 4 days or 5 days. So I thought to myself, if I got this 20,000 for like a week, if I had a full month, I would be earning like 80,000 more or less.
Yeah, more or less.
So so I just told myself I'll just stick with this company, all right? Because there were like other offers, bigger companies, but I was more at home at this company because since there are a few, the owners are always there every night, so nice. I got to know them better. So that's really how it started. And good thing was that after like probably like 4 or 5 months, the company grew. I somehow helped them, and we moved into a bigger office. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And they were the first company that somehow entrusted me with a team, somehow entrusted the whole site to me. So it was really fun. I didn't expect it.
This one heck of a story, man. I mean, for people like you and I, and maybe for some that could probably relate, working for a BPO company or a sales company in general could be so tough, right?
Exactly.
It's hard to pull through. Imagine if you work for a certain company that has about, say, 100, 200 agents, right? And politics all over the place, which is, again, always given with any company, right?
True.
With the transition to going for a startup business like that you're working now, I think, at least for me, as far I'm hearing out from you, I think that was probably one of your biggest breakthrough in terms of your career, right?
Exactly. Because if I decided not to go with them, I don't know where I am right now. I might still be working as an agent until now. Yeah,
that's true, man.
But I lasted there for like 3-4 years, more or less. And that's when I decided. Before I decided to create my own company, I wasn't really that confident yet with myself. So
and why is that? I mean, you've been performing well. You got great leadership skills, sales wise. You have all the tools that you can probably use. Why did you ever thought about not trusting yourself, putting up your own business? Maybe because during that time, all I actually knew was one side of the business. Okay, makes sense.
I was on the sales side. I didn't know the back end
operation side. Yeah,
the operation side. Yes. So after like 3-4 years of working with that company in Fuente, I was actually recruited by like another company which has the same sort of
business model.
Nature of business. Yes. So they gave me a position of like I started out as a sales manager, and eventually I became the operations manager. So that's when I actually literally knew everything about how to run this type of business. And probably after, it's just that the company dissolved because of mismanagement from the owners. So instead of sinking along with them, I basically just decided to create my own company. And the thing was that when I was still in that Fuente company, there were already like some people who were recruiting me to create like another company. But my wife always tells me that we're still not ready. You're still very raw. You only know one side of the business. And we can't entrust like everything to just people that you just met or basically are also from sales, because we know sales are like sharks. Salespeople are like sharks. Once they smell blood, that's it. You'll be devoured.
Go for the kill, man.
Exactly. So probably after that company in Mandaue dissolved, my wife literally told me that you're now ready. We could now like try it out. So that was way back late 2018. So that's what I actually have until now.
Nice, man. And so proud of you, bro. So proud of you.
Thank you.
It takes some balls to pull the trigger, man. It
really
comes
is.
To that. That was probably one of the biggest decisions you've ever made in your life. But bro, let's cut this shit out. I know, enough with all the work. I know that you're the best there is in terms of, sales, in marketing.
There are a lot.
But what I'm really interested to talk about today is your addiction with shoes. I know that you're a huge sneaker addict, man. So I don't know, man. If you, somehow can you probably show us or me your most valuable collection you have there with you? I mean, just a single one is a quick, sneak
quick
peek
tour.
What you have.
Let me just turn on the lights in my room because it's nighttime here.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right. So I'll turn. How do I do this? Okay. So actually, one of the most prized possessions I do have is this one up here.
Holy
the Jordan
fuck.
11 breads.
Breads.
All right. Yeah, I actually have like 3 of those. So, and I also have this. This is the Adapt BB.
Yeah.
All right. The Nike Adapt BB version 1. So that's the one of Nike's most high-tech shoes. So it's remote controlled. And
what the fuck?
yeah, you have to like sync it with your phone. So you could actually like control how tight the laces would be and such.
Yeah.
And I
Pretty
do have this
cool,
other
man.
one that came in during quarantine, so I haven't really worn this yet. This is the Adapt BB version 2.
Oh, the version 2. Nice.
Yeah, version 2. So, it's not charged. You have to charge the shoes, by the way, to make it work.
Wow, man.
So
awesome stuff.
Those
Yo,
are like
Mark,
the thing-
appreciate you for sharing that, man. I mean, people,
No problem.
People will really, really appreciate you for that. And I mean, quickly, bro. I mean, have you ever imagined to be having everything that you have now?
In all honesty, no. Actually, every time I walk into this room, I really can't believe that I do have all this stuff. And yeah, I'm just really very thankful that I'm so blessed, even during these hard times of quarantine or the ECQ here in Cebu, that I'm still getting the stuff that I not only need, but the stuff that I want. Because
the stuff that
it's
you're
kinda
so
fun.
passionate about, man.
Yeah, because it's kind of fun since we can't go out like shopping nowadays, so everything
True.
has to go through online.
Yeah.
Funny thing with that, I think for the month of June was like the month that I had the most pair of shoes.
Damn
I bought.
it. Like how many pairs, bro?
I think in total I had like 13 pairs.
And now total collection you have?
Probably about like 160, 170.
Damn it.
Yeah, 160, 170
And
pairs.
if we try to look back to where, when we were working together, sitting beside each other in a company, in the company that we used to work in, we were kind of like staring at each other's, feet. And dude, we can only buy EOM or replicas out there during
Exactly.
the day. And this is not, I mean, guys, for everybody that's listening, this is not to somehow, try to put ourselves up, but we're showing you something that you should probably be inspired with, because we're someone that that came to a point that all our lives were so fucked up. We can even afford, a pair of sneakers, even replicas during those days. But finally, now we were able to break through. So it just clearly means that there is always hope at the end of the day. So
exactly,
like what Mark did, like what I did, you gotta need to pull the trigger when you feel that it's time. You gonna need to go ahead and do that, bro. I mean, going back, who was probably the biggest influence you had growing up? I mean, that modeled you to strive for peace.
In all honesty, I'm actually the kind of person who does, I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I really don't look up to anybody, mainly because I do things my own way. I guess right now when me and my dad actually talks, even with my wife, they tell me that growing up, or even until now, I do have a problem with authority. I mean, I idolize that person not because what he did was good, but basically, I guess it's the reason why I only idolize Kobe Bryant, because and Michael Jordan, that is, because when I watched Last Dance, there was this one thing that Michael actually said that also that's really very applicable to myself, and that's what I always tell my agents right now, that I won't let you do something that I haven't done myself. I'm making you do it mainly because I know it works.
And you've done it.
Yes, exactly. And in regards to like role models, I guess then again, I really don't have one, but in regards to like inspiration, it's really my wife who is really pushing me right now. Until today, all right, because she describes me as her eldest child. Because yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm like 39 now, but I don't know, there's just this like kid in me always that when I'm not working, I'm basically just one of my children. Like we have the same mindset. And the other person that really inspires me is really my dad, because growing up, he's like a perfectionist. He actually attained a lot of stuff at an early age. He retired in a good position. So, and I was the eldest, so all the pressure was with me. So I guess until now, it's still really more of like proving to him that I'm a better person and I'm a better man.
Yeah.
Like I don't try to impress anybody else but my dad. That's basically it.
Awesome, man. Great stuff. That is probably one of the biggest takeaway we're getting from this podcast episode right now. So, bro, I mean, what helped you transition? I mean, from the pain you endured, overcame, you know, when you started, to becoming successful you are now. What helped you made the transition in making those decisions in life?
Actually just surrounding myself with the right people, with the right crowd. Because
could you say it's probably a mix of luck or hard work, maybe, or no?
True. I would say that it's really true. Because with hard work, without any luck, I know a lot of people who works hard, but without any luck, they're still where they are right now. And if you're just be dependent with luck, no hard work, your luck somehow sooner or later would expire.
True.
So you'd still end up to where you were before. So I guess you would really need to have both luck, hard work, and a very good support system. Surround yourself with the right people.
Yeah. And you got the best partner you could ever have. And with your kids,
exactly.
Man.
Exactly. Because I could remember before, like since I've worked with like a lot of call center companies, so like everybody that you meet, you'd already treat as friend. You'd try to help out if they need something, but it came to a point that I needed help, but they weren't there. So it's not like I'm asking something in return, but just the courtesy of you being there when they needed you. Yeah. So I learned it the hard way. So right now, I could really tell you there's just like only a few people who I really consider as like close friends. And good thing is that you're one of them.
It's an honor, bro. It's an honor.
Yeah, even if we're not like physically like interacting or seeing each other that much, but the respect is there. The friendship is there. Like every time you visit Cebu, we play ball and such. And I'm actually planning to like visit you someday once this quarantine is done.
You should go here, man. You should go here. You love it here. I know that.
Yeah. So I mean, basically that's it. It's really more of like really surrounding yourself with good people. Because before, I don't know if you could relate. Like every time that we drink or we talk, it's really more of like basketball, girls, shoes, caps. Yeah. So right now it's really more of like business, politics.
That's the type of transition that I'm talking to you about. Because you know, before we all talked about nonsense, right?
Exactly.
You know, and it should probably really came to a point that mindsets change, right? We shift from one thing to another.
I mean,
it's still a good thing. It is probably the best thing that could. We're not getting any younger, right?
True.
Our kids needs us so much, so that's exactly what we're supposed to be in. And bro, I'm pretty excited because I know that you've got tons of stuff. Having your own company, getting to, be focused on the passion you have with shoes and stuff. But I'm wondering, how did you come up with the idea of putting up jam bakes? I'm really interested to see, because I've been following you around, man, and saw some products or cakes. Miss Jam is you're creating for people. I wanted to pick your brain, see how did you come up with that idea?
Actually, Jambi really loves to cook and bake. So she doesn't. It's not that I don't make her work, but I prefer that she doesn't work for a company, so that if ever I want to go out of town or whatsoever, then she could always come along right away. Yeah. So it came to a point wherein she didn't have anything to do, so she enrolled herself in a baking class here in Cebu, and she has always been wanting to have her own business. As a matter of fact, we should have had opened a restaurant in Naga City. Here in
really?
Cebu. Yeah, we did already pay for the place and all. Yeah, but unfortunately, the pandemic actually started. So we somehow decided that since she's not doing anything at home, why not just try it out? So she had she has everything that she would be needing for baking, like an oven, like a mixer and such. So that's where it started. She started cooking first for friends. We just gave it out, and somehow we got good reviews. So we decided to be a little bit more serious with it, and somehow
and you should probably take it seriously, bro. I mean, you're getting those feedback from people. And since you've opened it up to the public, and people would really appreciate the cakes, the jambi bakes. So it rhymes, right? So
jam bakes, yeah,
it rhymes. I love it. So how can people order, bro? What's the process?
Actually, right now we still don't have a website for people to just click on and order. So right now it's really more of Facebook or through text. So just have to search for Jam Bakes on Facebook and just send us a message. Then I guess we could, because we don't bake on a daily basis, because I don't want her tired as well. Because I'd want her to cook for me too and have an us time. So we schedule it every Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That's when we actually bake and deliver. Because before, she gets probably 2-3 orders, so she can do it on a daily basis. But now it reaches 15, 20 dozens, so it's really kind of hard. So
and it's gonna be overwhelming as time would probably go by,
Exactly, and she's the only one doing it together with my daughter, so it's only the two of them. So I just told her to put it to just have a cut off or something like that, so that she wouldn't
availability per days or whatever. So okay,
exactly.
So
but,
just
we're gonna take
recap,
it seriously,
bro.
Though.
People will order. They just simply go to Jam Bakes Facebook fan page
on Facebook. Yes,
and message Jam Bakes to go and inquire for their orders. As simple as that, guys. So just go through that very tedious step. Mark's telling us.
No problem. And if they actually would mention your name, I'm gonna be giving them 10% off.
Shit, guys, this is gonna be your biggest takeaway when you order. I think throw in NBU, just the letter NBU when they message.
Okay,
and then they're gonna be getting some sort of great deals available.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's either gonna give them a discount, or we're gonna send them more brownies or cupcakes or cakes or whatever they'd want to order.
Great deal, man. Great deal.
No problem.
I know that you're in a very tight schedule, right? You'll be working in a few hours from now. But at the start of this podcast episode, bro, just letting you know, we talked about the topic about racism and brotherhood. What's your take on it, bro? I mean, what is brotherhood to you? How can you go about, overcoming the problem of being discriminated?
For me, brotherhood is really not more. It's really not just being blood related or whatsoever. It's really more of unity between friends. having the same mindset and helping each other out. That's what brotherhood is for me. And good thing is that I could proudly say that I do have like this brotherhood amongst us with my friends. All right.
Man.
And in regards to racism, I guess it's really more of like discriminating somebody towards it's not just about their race or their color, but it's really more of like their status in life. So I'm really against that, mainly because I don't consider myself as already above the actual end of life. I'm still like somehow in the middle. So somehow I still get discriminated nowadays, even in our local, even here in Cebu.
Yeah.
When you walk into the mall, if you don't dress up good, they won't entertain you or whatsoever.
Shit,
so
fuck,
for me,
right?
that's still racism though, for me.
It is.
So basically, I'm really against it. That's the reason why when I talk to like a janitor or manager, I treat them the same way.
And you're exactly the same as me, bro. So that is why I'm telling you, I think you're my long lost brother, man. So, I know we're not bonded by blood, but by friendship, I know that we are, man. So
yes, true.
The things that we went through together. I mean, the sick nights, working together. Having
exactly
time, in the office and after work. And that's when I know that we don't communicate that often as much as I wanted to, with the stuff that I am doing and you are doing. And of course, the distance that we're into, right? But having you here, man, means so much to me.
Thank you as well, bro.
This is no joke, man. I mean, an inspiring story such as this could really uplift people up. I mean, with the shit things happening right now with the pandemic, people being laid off, lost their jobs, not having the money, right? They need something like this, a show that could really put them up above. And that's the beauty of it, man. And again, Mark, man, bro, appreciate you. Appreciate you for having me here, man. Any final words for people that are looking, that are really striving to achieve success? Maybe you can, put up some words for them, bro.
Actually, it might sound cliche, but what I did in life was just to never give up. You don't have to look for something. You don't have to start up like a business or to start yourself up. Just have to look at your surroundings. Make use of what you have. Like prioritize the right priorities in life, and basically treasure what you have. Because those things and people that you treasure or that you take care of, they're somehow gonna be there for you, up or down. That's basically it.
Very well said. Very well said, brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you so much, Mark, bro. Once again, bro, thank you so much for being on board. And guys, let's gonna go ahead and wrap up the show.
Sure.
It's been a great 30-minute talk with you, brother. And
we could do this like the whole day.
Yeah, man. I know that you're up for another task in the next few hours. And man. Guys, keep on watching, keep on listening, downloading our shows. We're getting international next episode, guys. And we're going to be bringing up somebody as well on the next episode that could also help you so much if you're looking to monetize YouTube and such. So it's going to be the biggest takeaway you're going to be having. So Mark, once again, thanks, bro. And again, this is Jameer Angelo, Nothing But Up, the podcast. This is episode 3. Peace, y'all.
I'm always flexing.
Thanks for tuning in. Download this episode and pass on the news. Hit like and subscribe. Watch out for our next episode coming out next.